Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Janette Oakman. Look, we're going to have some fun today. I've had the pastry cutters out again, and as you can see, I, on your behalf, ate a box of cakes. So I hope you liked bakewell tarts. Luckily I did. But anyway, so what I've done is I've come up with this idea. Okay, so I've got no idea if this is going to work or not. So I cut up a box, I got out pastry cutter, and I cut a shape. Okay, you people who do cards and everything, you've probably got all the proper kit to cut shapes, but Janet had a pair of nail scissors and a knife. Here you can see I've used a oh no, it was bigger than that. I used a flower one in that one, for that one. And for this one, I just used an empty masking tape and drew around it. But also as well, I cut it out, the circle, and then I thought, ooh, if I put a bit of masking tape on the back, I wonder if that will hold it. So again, no idea. Got another bit of the box. Don't worry, it was only one box of cakes. And I've cut that into shapes. Now what I did was, each piece of paper, each piece of card has been cut to roughly the same size as one piece of the Encaustic art paper. Okay, because that will make things a lot easier than trying to work out where everything is. And I really, if I can get away with it, I'd rather not burn my fingers. So this is part one of the experiment, okay? Now, if everything goes well, you know, there's going to be a nice surprise at the end of this. So I think, first of all, I will turn the encaustic iron on to minimum. You never ever, I don't think anyway, need to have it higher than on the minimum mark. Where is it? Low, sorry, low. That's it. That's on low. So that won't take long to heat up. I've got my encaustic art set. Now I'm going to move my pastry cutters out the way, because, whoops, just in case there's any wax spills. There shouldn't be, but just in case. Right, okay. So my idea is that I can use, obviously, you know, I think you've worked it out, I can use this as a stencil. Okay. Now, I think because this side isn't shiny, I'm going to use the shiny side because I think that might be better. You know, as I said, I've only used a pair of nail scissors. I didn't have the right kit for doing this, really, for cutting shapes out of card. So, who knows what's going to happen. We might not end up with the exact shapes because I've worked in this way, because it's not as flat as what I would have liked. But you know what, sometimes life is just about exploring. So let's have a look at this one first and see if this works. Move them out the way. So I've got my iron. Just realised you can't really see that. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can, whoops, sorry, zoom the wrong way. And see if that helps. All right, okay. So there's my iron, my craft iron, and I can smell it, so I know it's definitely ready. I can smell it already. So I'm going to go for red this time, okay? So I'm going to use a couple of different colours. So if I move that over a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put some red here. Ooh, doesn't that look sexy? And what about, whoa, they're starting to mix. We got some purple there. Right, sorry, blue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that over my stencil. Hopefully, I know it's not working. I'm going to keep trying. I'm not going to give up. Right, so, whoa, just get a little bit more colour there. I'll tell you why. I'm just, the old thing here really. Because the second part of the experiment needs there to be wax everywhere. So come on. Right, okay. So I need to get a little bit there still. So this time I'm just going to put it onto the tip of the iron. Sorry, I think you can see me at the moment doing this. I'm just putting it on the tip so I can go in, focus on that place. Trying to manoeuvre it. Do you know what? If you saw me ironing for real, it's not much better than this. Right, okay. So I'm happy with that now. So before it sticks on completely, I'm going to take that off. Oh, I've had an accident. Okay, so that one didn't work. Always not lost, always not lost. I know why that didn't work, and that was because it wasn't flat enough to the surface. Okay, so I still like what I've got, and I'm still going to use it. The second part of what we're going to do, when you've actually done this, when it's dry, what you do is you get some tissue, you buff it up, and it actually gives it a shine. Now, if you're going to try what I'm going to be doing today, then you will need to make sure you do this first, because you might have problems afterwards. Right, okay, so that's staying there. Don't leave it for too long, because if you do, you can see there's actually some come up on the tissue. Right, so now, experiment number 2. Now on this one, what shape shall I use this time? I don't remember which one I did last time. Oh yeah, I did the flower. So, what I'm going to use this time, I'm going to use my circle, okay? So I'm going to place my circle there. Now the idea is, I just want to do encaustic art around the edges, okay? So, Christmas is coming up, isn't it? Let's have some Christmassy colour. Green, should we have green? Yeah, so let's have, some green. And what colour goes with green? A little bit of red. Okay, so I'm going to have to push down hard to do this. Ooh, it's good being mucky sometimes. Whoops, I went under the edge there a little bit. I think what you need to do, I think you just need to get something that's going to be a bit happier. Whoa. Shifted a little bit there. But no worries. See, look, I'm just running over that bit of iron there. Careful if I don't want to burn your fingers. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is wipe my iron clean with a bit of kitchen towel. Because I don't want that going everywhere. As you can tell, this is real time. I haven't sped it up or anything. This is accidents as they happen television. Right, so now carefully, because I don't want to burn myself or anything, I shall take off my circle. Again, not fantastic, but with a bit of practice and trial and error. You just need the right, you need something that's a bit thinner than what this cake box was for doing this. So I'm just going to buff up the edges. I love experimenting. I think you might have worked that one out actually from imagine if you watch my other videos. Imagine that you could put a picture of someone in there, couldn't you? Do anything. So that's number 2. So I'm going to go straight on for some zigzaggly lines. Isn't that a lovely word, zigzaggly lines? Right, so that's that way. So put it straight into that corner there. And this time I'm going to use black. Actually, I don't know if I've got black. What colour is this? Well, it's very dark, so I'll use this. Oh no, this is dark blue. So I'm going to make sure I've got a really good covering on the iron this time, because this might help. Oh, it's all dripping off. You ladies going out there buying all that. Sorry, that was very sexist. Ladies and men going out. Ah, see, this is good because I can actually iron it into the bits. Yay! That pouring glue. Pouring glue. Sorry, pouring acrylics, which I must admit looks really, really good. Just putting some pattern on there by lifting it and moving it along. Oh, that looks really interesting. Okay, so I'm wiping my iron clean again with kitchen roll. I think this might be the best one so far. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. Just making sure I'm getting all the wax off the iron. So now it's time to, I go through a lot of kitchen roll in case you haven't noticed. Use it on everything. Take that off. See that? I don't know if you can see, but that's quite matte at the moment, a matte finish. And then I'll do this. And oh my god, it's so shiny. These were a pair of boots you were wanting to buff up and shine. Trust me, you'd be very happy. Look at that. It's brilliant, isn't it? So I'm going to leave that one like that. Really pleased with that one. And then I'm going to do one more. Yeah, so what shall I do on this one? I think we will use this one. This time, whoops. This time I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to be a bit more, what's it with it? So what should we do? Oh, could have a mountain, couldn't we, if I did it like that? Yeah, let's have a mountain. So, I don't know what colour. I seem to have, oh, a lot of, right, so here comes my mountain. So, sorry, in my head I'm thinking of all things bright and beautiful, because as I looked at this I just thought of the purple headed mountain. And the reason why that is funny is because my family knows it's not one of my favourite songs. Oh yeah, look at that. If that was the sky over the top of a mountain, woohoo, that would be looking good. Oh yeah, love that. Whacking all that purple off the iron. Right. I have on the board. That is a very strong one, so it's a bit more difficult to rub off. Let's try again. Bearing in mind that this iron is still on. If you had it any hotter than this, you'd actually burn yourself. I don't do anything else. Right, okay, so now we're going to take off the off my stencil. And again, if you look at this, buff it up, make it all shiny. Hey, see, look at that. Ooh, I really like that one. I really like that one. Not sure if it's a mountain, but it's definitely something. Right. Welcome back. So now what's Jan got in mind to do with these? Well, the idea of my theory is that when you're using Brusho art or you're using watercolour paint, that you actually use like a masking tape, or you can use a wax resistant crown or a candle or something, and it will actually stop the watercolour from going over into the bit that you want to keep white. Now this time I want to get rid of the white, I want to do it in reverse. So my theory is that if wax actually protects the paper, then this should mean that if I put some Brusho, or you could use any watercolour paint, on these cards, then by rights it should not go onto the Encaustic art. But as I say, this is an experiment. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work or not. It's going to probably work out quite messy, but that's fine. After all, this is Jan's world. Why wouldn't it be messy? So for my first experiment, oh dear, I really do have no idea if this is going to work. But I can tell you now, I'm thoroughly enjoying doing this, and I thoroughly enjoyed eating that box of cakes to make the stencils. So now, what I'm going to do is, because to me this looks like landscape, so I feel that we need to have some ultramarine Brusho. I'm not going to go too crazy because it's only a little space, so I really am just going to put a little bit. Whoops, that was more than what I wanted really. But also as well, perhaps we've got a bit of a sunset going here as well. So why don't we have just a tiny little bit, oops, of orange as well. In my head, if it doesn't do. There's orange and turquoise milk. So now, I'm just using them two colours on this one. I'm now going to use my spritzer bottle. And fingers crossed, everyone. Actually, I'm going to do it this way because the wax has moved the card a little bit and I want to try and keep it as level as possible. So let's see what happens. Whoa, that looks like fireworks over the mountain. Turn it around so you can see. Look at that. Gotta admit, that looks pretty dang good. Oops, sorry, on my language. Don't know how well you can see it. Let me zoom in for you so you can see a bit better. Can you see that? This, what you're seeing here is just shine from the wax. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move that one over and leave that to dry over here. And then I think this one, I'm going to do this one next. Now earlier on I thought, let's do a bit Christmassy or whatever. So how about if we have some red in the middle? Got some brilliant red. Move this over that way a little bit. I'm just going to put some red. I'm not going to use any other colour actually. I'm just going to use that red. Now this is the bit where it's going to be interesting, or actually, no, I'll tell you what, I'll put a little bit of yellow in as well. What's going to be interesting is, oh sorry, can't see, can you? Is the wax from the Encaustic art going to stop it from spreading everywhere else? It should do. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't. So, fingers crossed. You ready? Oh, this is my favourite bit. Woohoo! My problem is though, I get impatient, so I end up spreading it more than what you need to. So, you could actually, thinking about it, you could actually put some glitter in there, couldn't you, while it's drying? I know people who've done paintings where they put glitter in. So that is really cool. I really like that. So I'm just going to put that one over there. So that can do what it wants to do. And then I've got me blue mountains. You see what I mean about the shine? So brilliant. I love working with Encaustic wax. Right, okay, so what should we have here? What colours haven't we really used? I can fill some, what colour is that one? Yeah, we could have some yellow. Just in the corner. I'm not going to put it anywhere else. Just in that corner. And then I'm going to spray it that way. And then I think, what are you lot thinking? A little bit of turquoisey sky today. Oh, my world is a very, very strange world. Oh dear, it really is. So I'm going to put that over here. Right, okay. So, fingers crossed. I really am this mad. You can ask my family. They'll tell you. Right, okay, so I've got my spritzer bottle. And I think I'll just move that over. Don't want anything to get transferred over. Right, so let's go for it. Again, I'm going to hold it down because I don't want it to... Whoa. It also says, well, I'm trying to put these cards, this wax to test to see if you really can do what I think. You've got to admit, that is gorgeous. Definitely is. I'm liking that a lot. And it hasn't finished doing what it wants to do yet. So that is going to get even better. So, okay, because I've got paint on my hands. So I'm going to leave that one. And that one. Need to zoom out a bit for you. Use a bit to see them all. Oh, sorry, I forgot one. One more. Okay. So this one's going to, this one it's all on the outside, so I better move that to safety actually. Right, so as you can see, this is a messy job sometimes, but it's fun. Okay, so this is looking a bit grey and browny at the moment. It looks like a pair of trousers there. Can you see it? Someone's head, I think. Look, actually, that reminds me of someone who's in one of them fairground rides. But anyway, so I'm just going to put something around the edge on this one. So I feel like I need to use something a bit brighter than what I've used so far. So how about we have orange. Orange is nice and bright. I'm going to put a little bit in each corner. Actually, that's more than a little bit. If I put lemon, I've been using yellow, I'm going to put lemon in. Hopefully that'll be a bit brighter. Right, so the moment of truth. Oh, just feeling maybe a little bit of leaf green. Okay, are we ready? Ooh, that is lovely. I really feel that one goes more that way. See animals in it as well. I will take closer up pictures for you afterwards. So folks, turn this bit of card over, bit of paper over. And this is where you've got to be patient and you've got to allow it to dry. What I want to say is, I'm really pleased with how it all turned out. See, you never know. I feel actually, you know, if I spent a bit more time and I could manipulate a bit, I could have turned that into a really lovely flower, that one. This one here, it looks like there's fireworks going off. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This one, well, I'm not sure actually if we're under the water or if we're actually above land. And here there are so many different peoples and shapes and animals going on there. God, that'll make a fantastic oracle card, that one. So, and the colours helped it, actually really brought it to life. I actually see this as a roaring success. I'm really pleased with this. And if I've inspired you to mix the two together, then go for it. You know, but don't forget, you know, you could put a bit of glitter on it. If you've got your stampers, you know, you could put like trees going up or whatever. I've got tools where you can do this with the Encaustic art, but you know, I like it. I like ones that got a little bit of everything in them. You know, we make the rules, the artists, we make the rules, not other people. Do what we want to do. Let your artistic juices flow. So, thanks for watching. See you later.